Here we are today. Here we are one more time. Here we are back from Bucking Stock 2025. Hopefully this will go out and everybody will get the memo and there'll be some people come around. I don't know who's doing what. I've been out about all day and, well, it's good to be inside for a little bit. I know I'm going to be in for a little bit and then I got stuff to go do again this evening, so yeehaw. Hopefully this will go out and everybody will come around. Kurt, what's up? Zachariah, Quentin, what's up, buddy? Ralph, David, how y'all doing? Good to see all you fellers. Sorry we did not make a live feed last week. Family Master, what's up, buddy? We did not make a live last weekend. It was a little rowdy, hot, and windy, and stuff just going on everywhere. What's up, Bill? Good afternoon. Y'all, my hair's a mess. Missed you last week. That's right. We just couldn't get it done. There was a lot going on where we was at. And it was so windy, y'all probably wouldn't have been able to heard me no way. The kids was getting cranky. Mama was tired. Joshua, what's up? Mama was tired and she was cranky and everybody else was cranky and there was chainsaws ripping everywhere and I was like trying to get things closed up for the weekend, trying to get all the stuff packed up in the car, and I still wound up having to pull it all back out and put it back in once we got to the hotel. What's up, Dennis? Good evening, fellers. I'm wiping my glasses off for I can't half see. I've been outside about all day. Well, I did come in for a little bit. That's right. I was going to do it last week, Family Master. We just couldn't get it worked out. Ralph said, going to church in the morning, be with God's people. That's right. That's awesome, Ralph. We had our men's meeting this morning at the church, so I got up 6 o'clock this morning, loaded the stuff up in the truck, went to church. I made breakfast for about 20 people, and we didn't have but about 10 show up. But nevertheless, we got breakfast for in the morning already cooked and in the refrigerator in yonder. Always great to see you all. That's right. It's good to be here. Y'all don't forget to click them thumbs up. I have so much more energy than what I had a while back. It's something else. I'm feeling so much better, y'all. I ain't kidding. I walked a mile and a half the other morning. Went out and done a few things. I've been peeling the weight off. I don't know if Larry will come on here or not and see it. We'll wait and see if Larry gets here. I've lost about 26 and a half pounds in the last 47 days, according to my accurate measurements on my dooflicky. Thank you, Family Master. My face is a lot slimmer. My body's a lot slimmer too. I got a carabiner between two of my belt loops on my pants or they just fall right off. Dan, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, brother. Hope everything's going good up there for y'all. We had a good time. Y'all look at my dooflicky here. There's Drew. Brother, the weight loss struggle is real. I probably need to drop 100 myself. I've got 68 more to go to be to my target weight. What's up, Joey? Good to see you, buddy. Yes, sir. Making a real difference. Good night, Ralph. Have a good one, buddy. We appreciate you, brother. You still on our prayer list. We still praying for you. It's good to see you fellers. I hate to miss a day. I really do. I started to do it later at the hotel, but the service at our hotel was so bad that I couldn't even watch a YouTube video hardly, even with the Wi-Fi connection from the hotel. We only had 4G in the hotel, but you couldn't hardly load a video and even link to the Wi-Fi at the hotel. The only time I could watch a YouTube video is if I waited till late at night when everybody calmed down, went to sleep, I reckon, and the Wi-Fi was a little bit faster. Everyone throw a thumbs up for Mr. Hopper. That's right. Thank you, Family Master. We got to meet Wango and Pokey Bear. And let me tell you something, that was an awesome thing to finally get to meet them. And Mr. Dan was the one that hosted the event. And let me tell you something, it was an amazing place and we had a really good time. It was top notch all the way around. And it's a little bit of a trip up there, but we had a good time. Aside from the kids getting cranky in the car a little bit, we had an amazing time. I had a good time. I'm pretty sure Brian had a good time. We got the 101 going while we were up there. Cannonball, what's up, buddy? We officially got the 101 race saw going pretty good. Yeah, buddy, I'm glad we made it too. When they first come out and said they were selling tickets, Mama went and got them right then. And, you know, it was amazing. Where we set up back there on that piece of property, Dan, that was the best place, I think, in that whole outfit. Back there in that corner under that tree. The sun come up in the morning, sun shined on us in the morning time. Once it got about 10 o'clock or so, we was in the shade from there all the way to the rest of the day. And that worked out amazing. It really did. Y'all don't forget to thank Dan for throwing the shindig. He's the one that put it on. And he was a wonderful host, him and his wife and stuff. They wound up with one of my children there, and his wife come and seen me later, and she said, I just wound up with a young'un that just come in the house. Didn't know where in the world she come from. I was like, yeah, she goes and finds people she wants to hang out with. This is Jeff Strickland here from MacGyver Saws. What's up, Jeff? New YouTube channel. Great to see you, buddy. Buck and stock, that's right. That's awesome. Lucas Kessel posted a story. Lucas just posted a story on the Tiki-Taki. Y'all see this? I got this while I was at Buck and Stock. That's nice. I know. Thanks for that, brother, and wouldn't have been the same without you. Oh, we had a ball, brother. G-Man, what is up, buddy? How's Miss Pokey Bear doing? You tell her we said hello. Hopefully she's a looking too. It was an honor to meet y'all, G-Man. There she is. Hello, dear. We're doing well. Yeah, Dan got to run the 101. Oh, yeah. Let me show you something. Let me shut this door right here. I'm gonna close this door. Y'all, we got some stuff to fire up here directly too. I agree. It was an honor to meet you guys. It was all my pleasure, I can promise you that. Do. What do you think there, G-Man? For those of y'all that don't know, G-Man carried this to Buckenstock to give to me to port for him. I didn't even think it's the same saw. That thing is beautiful. Oh yeah, I'm feeling super slim. Let me see if I can show y'all. I don't have my shirt button, but I'm so much thinner now. Your little girl was a sweetheart, man. She is. She is whenever she's by herself. When she got the other youngins around, she ain't always the nicest. But she has manners when she goes somewhere. She might act a fool. She acts a fool around us sometimes. But she has manners when she goes somewhere else, and that's the main thing, because I was the same way. I'd show my butt when I was a youngin' sometime. Now, I usually showed it whenever there wasn't nobody around. We acted a fool, you know, out in the woods and stuff like that. But things is different than they was when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, anybody'd beat you. You didn't go show your butt at somebody else's house, because they'd wear your hind end out, call your parents, and then they'd get you. That's right. Thank you, Jeff. I feel so much better. I was down to 316 this morning. She's feeling pretty good, Pokey Bear. She's got a lot of up here. She's had it the last 2 or 3 days, a lot of congestion and stuff like that. She's at a birthday party right now. She said she was going to make an appearance and fiddle around a little bit and then come back. Good evening from Virginia. I picked up a XL 800A a week ago. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh yeah. Yeah, she has manners when she's by herself. Yeah, I think that's what it is, Pokey Bear. She got a sinus infection. Yeah, G-Man said, hey, Dan, what a beautiful place you had in. Great event. That's right. I'm telling you what, that's a beautiful place. It was an amazing time. We had a ball. I did. I know the youngins had a good time getting to run around all over the place and not be watched. Because Raina, she likes to run loose. Boo likes to just be herself sometimes too, and well, out there they was able to do it because I wasn't worried about nobody messing with them. There's plenty of people to watch them. But yeah, Raina will go. She'll go and I tell y'all this story. What's up, Dave? When Dan's wife come talk to me. Sure was no time getting to it. That's right. Dan's wife come to me and she said, is that your little girl? I said, yeah. I'm glad it was a bunch of wind and not surrounded by trees. That's right. Hopper, that saw looks amazing. I can't wait to run it. You're going to hear it here in a little bit, G-Man, because we're going to crank it. But Dan's wife come to me and said, is that your little girl? I said, yeah. She said, I was wondering whose that was. She said, we were in the house and I was getting some lunch ready. And she said, I seen these 2 little hands come up like this and this little face peek in the window. I plan on it, buddy. I'm planning on going to Smitty's. I'm just hoping that I got to keep my fingers crossed that I got enough fundage. Because I'm from the last event to that event's going to be close. And fundage is going to be tight. So I'm hoping, as long I'm going to come by myself, so I won't need near as much money to get things done. But your girls were adorable. You guys have a lot to be proud of. That's right. They are something else. But Dan's wife said she come looking over the door window and said she let her in the house and said Raina walked in there and said, I'm hungry. And what's up, Christoph? I'm out for a night party. See you next week. All right, Christoph. Thank you, buddy. We love you. Appreciate you. She said, I'm hungry. And she said, well, she could give her something or another. And she said, that's not healthy. And she said, well, I can give you some cucumbers or something. She said, yeah, I can eat that. That's healthy. Have a good one, Christoph. Be careful, buddy. And she said, yeah, that's healthy. And she went and made herself right at home. Uh, it's good and bad, because like whenever my kids get big enough to be passed around, we pass them around at church every Sunday. Whoever wants to take one of them, they can take them and do whatever. We've even had them try to go home with other people a couple of times, and I'd be like, no, we can't do that, for we'll have to come back and get you. Now, if they want to keep them overnight, that's a different story. But if they let us know, we'll bring clothes with them. Yeah, it's a wonderful community. I can't tell y'all how awesome it is to go to something like that. And a good many of the people, a lot of times I've never met them personally, just online. And I don't have to worry with them. Just everything's just awesome just right off the bat. What's up, Brandon? Y'all, it was so awesome to finally meet Pokey Bear and G-Man, because Pokey Bear had been wanting to meet us so bad she couldn't stand it. And I wasn't 100% sure we was ever going to get to meet them. And they made the trip out there, and I don't know exactly how far it was for them, but it was, it took me about 10 hours to get home, 10 and a half. 10 hours. We left the hotel at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:06, and I rolled in the driveway at 2:51. It was awesome, Dan. When your wife was telling me that, I was like, yeah, I can believe that. Sounds like her. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, buddy. Snowman, I hate you couldn't make it to Buckenstock this year, buddy. We had a good time. I know everybody can't make it all the time, but it's awesome when you can. There's a Van Halen tribute band in town at 7:30. Gonna ride the shadow down and grab me a seat. That's right, I don't blame you. I saw Sizemore's video. What was the mic that was having trouble? Which mic was it, Chris? There was a good many of them there. Most of them just needed a little tinkering. Now, if it was the one in my 101 race saw, the carburetor on it was messed up. And we actually put a brand new carburetor on it while we were there, and it had been on the shelf for like 40 some years, and we had to work on it a little bit, but we finally got it where it's pretty well right. I know that's right, Snowman, been busy. Hi everyone, had a gas tank on the top. I did not take the 550, I only took the 101. Hold on, Chris, and I'll show you if this is the one you're talking about. Is this the one you're talking about, Chris? Look at that. Yeah, the carburetor that's on this thing has been junk ever since the day I got it. This is a brand new old stock BDC 24 that Brian Gray had. And it has sat on the shelf for so long that it has a little rubber thing up here, and that rubber thing had dissolved into crude oil, and we slapped that carburetor on it because the other carburetor was bad. I'd worked on it 3 times and it got worse every time. He brought me that brand new carb that come off of the 101 that he bought that was brand new old stock, had never been run. And we had to tear it apart. Well, we put it on, tried to run it. without cracking it open, and it run, but it didn't run good. We pulled it back open, and that thing was messed up, so we took it out and I put the one out of my carburetor in because mine was good. We put it back together, and it acted stupid and was just spraying fuel. And I took the carburetor apart 2 more times before I realized that Alan Wise was there with us, him and Max. And Alan said, where's that membrane that's supposed to be between them 2 plates? The idiot who put the carburetor together forgot to put one of the membranes in there. If y'all wondering who that idiot was, it's not hard to find him because every one of you is looking at him. I had to take it apart twice before I realized I did not do it right. I like how you put the weed eater fuel tank on there. That's right, that was the one I had closest one. I'm just sorry I wasn't feeling that well. I would have visited more with everyone. That's fine, Pokey Bear, we understand. Did your neighbor boy run the 1010A after I left? Yes, he did. He run it a little bit. He is so tickled with that thing. John Bob, Joshua, did you measure the piston when you were in that thing? Because I was looking at that rascal, and I don't think it's a 1010. Tom, there's Reds. Love you, brother. Have to run. Taking the girls out to dinner. Love you and all from all the bars. All right, buddy. We love y'all too. You tell them girls we said hello, every one of them. And your wife, we appreciate the hospitality, brother. And take them out and get them something good. That's an easy mistake to make. Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at that thing the other day, Joshua, and I don't think it's a 1010. I think it's either a 60, like a Model 60, or a 70cc, like a 6-10, a 4-10, or 5-10. Mark, what's up, buddy? Finally got a spare disposable Power Max 6. I want to try learning the port on that one. Any recommendations for not going too crazy and staying on the safe side? I hadn't really looked at the insides of a Power Max 6 yet, Chris. If you want to play with porting, honestly, the first thing I would do is buy me a Chinese clone. And of course, with Power Max 6, probably as long as you don't go past about 78 or 80 on the intake, and the exhaust lands somewhere around 100 to 90, 97, and the transfers are in the 120 to 130 range, it should be good and advance the timing a little bit. William DeBerry, welcome Bellhopper, or hi Bellhopper, welcome to the channel, any first timers, True Blues. Thanks to the super chatters and the moderators too. Don't forget them, because I'm telling you what, that's very important. I couldn't do it without y'all. I'd be 100% honest with you. I have got to get back to making some videos, and we got to drum up some business. It's a 1010 for sure. I've rebuilt it 6 times, but I did port it a little bit to step the flywheel key. If you're sure, Joshua, I'll take your word for it, but I'm telling you, that thing's got squared off fins on the cylinder. It's got squared off fins and square ports on the exhaust. And none of the 1010 cylinders I've ever had have a squared off corner or square ports. The Model 60 does. There's a 57 series or 57cc cylinder like the 1010S. And I don't remember whether it was squared off or not. But there's a 60, a Model 60 as well, and they all look the same, but I don't think the 1010 ever had the decomp in it. I'll have to look at it a little bit more. What's for dinner? I had pork chops already, Snowman. Awesome live stream. Thank you, buddy. Larry, I sent you when did you text me, Larry? I hadn't seen it recently, buddy. It was good having dinner with you, though, Larry. I really enjoyed that. And I used that book you gave me already. I used it over the weekend. Reckon if you made a bunch of those 10-10 full wraps, you'd drum up business real fast. I'm going to try to start doing that, Chris. I know I've said that before. I've got a lot of stuff to do, and that's one of the things. I hadn't seen no message, Larry. Of course, I was out there cleaning the pool. We was out Justin's for the last 2 hours cleaning his pool. I'm trying to figure out how to find my text messages on my dooflicky. Oh, I see it now, Larry. Yes, Larry. Yes, we're having a live feed today. Sorry, buddy. Good food, no hire. That's right. We eat a heck of a place. What was that called? Icon something or another? If you have a Pro Max 700 cylinder, you might port for me. I could send some business your way. Do you got a 700 you want ported, David? And I'll tell you why I asked that. Because I'm going to fire up 700 for y'all here in a little bit that I ported for Mr. Jeremy Weaver. But with the Max, I don't do all the port work on the cylinder. I work on the piston a whole lot. And I don't have a cylinder and a piston that I know of. 40 pounds of chicken, big bowl of pasta salad, meatballs. Who knows what else is coming? Come hungry. That's right. Smitty's is going to be a good time. It was Iconos Italian. It was an amazing place. What did I got, Hopper? It's a dooflicky. That's what I got. It's a dooflicky. That's right. You may be right. I think the last cylinder was a 310. Is there a way to pass my number to him? Just yeah, you can text me your number, Joshua, and I'll text it to him. Yes, I do. I can do you a 700, David. I found out something special on Jeremy Weaver's. I done something a little bit different, and it seemed to really like that. I have a 700, and now I have a P100 and a 610 EVL. All right, Johnny Bobby. Don't port that 610, John Bob. They say they don't gain a whole lot. That lasagna was awesome. Ate the rest of it the day after. It was even better. Those, did I not give you my number, Joshua? Get you a pen. Get you a pen. I'll call it out. Whoever wants it can write it down. I ain't trying to hide it no more. Just, if you get my phone number, do not call me. Y'all hear me? It's not that I don't want to talk to you. If you get my number, text me with your name so I can load it into my phone. Then if you want to call me, I will know who you are and I will answer it. Because if my information got leaked through that AT&T stuff a while back, and I get random phone calls from all over the country, and it's so annoying. So usually if it says wireless caller, I send it a text that says, please text me. So everybody get them a pen and a pencil. I'm going to give you my phone number. Or I could have Larry type it out there. Or 610s and 650s worth doing anything to. I've never done one, Chris, because I don't like working on them. They are a pain in the butt. Enough of this salt talk crap. This is a food channel. That's right. Hello, Smitty. I'm planning on being there, and I'm always hungry. Smitty, I might bring some baked beans to the event. That would be awesome. I did text you, so that doesn't work. You can call me, Larry. I got your number saved. But I was out working today, Larry. I've been out in the sun. I've worked about all day today. I'm not, it's bone stock runner, looks like new. I'm doing okay, GG, man. Same with my number. All right. Everybody got their pen and pencil. Larry, do you want to type my number up there, or you want me to tell it to them? It's 828-994-1920. Beans would be awesome, especially if we got a lighter available. That's right. I usually have a lighter in my pocket, Smitty. So that's 828 994 1920. If you want my number, there it is. Anybody that didn't get it, raise their hand. I have Android. I'm an Android user. I just never could fiddle with them iPhones. They too much fiddling on it. This one does things I don't want it to, but at least it will let me turn it off. iPhone won't. And it took me years to learn how to use this kind to find a thing. 828-994-1920. Right there it is. Right there it is. Joey, you got my number. Joey fooled me there for a minute. He said, I raised my hand. I'm like, wait a minute, Joey, you got my number. Oh, shoot. There you go. I got your text, Joshua. Jeffrey, if you want my phone number, it's up there in the thing if you don't have it, because I gave it out. Look, Joey's laughing at me. Oh, mercy. At the screen. What's up, brother? From New Zealand. Good to see you. It's on the stall wall at every truck stop on Route 77. That's what I should have done. Wrote it on there for a good town called Bellhopper. On my banner the other year, I sent them my number that 2019, and I messed up and I put 829 on. Well, just got home from work, gonna shower. Gonna shower and chill out. You all have a great weekend. All right, Johnny Bobby, we'll see you later, buddy. Oh, mercy. It's the first one, Chris. Jereme. No Y. I was going to meet y'all for dinner on the way back, but you messed that all up. I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, Larry, and I woke Mom up for a second, and I said, hey, it's 3 o'clock. I said, do you want to leave now and get home early, or do you want to wait till 6 o'clock and leave at 7? I was 3:16:4 this morning, Larry. How's yours? Have you started implementing some things? Yeah, I was 3:16:4 this morning, Larry. I'm down 26.5 pounds since I started fasting and the carnivore diet. I had to put this carabiner on my britches to keep them up, and I'm fixing to have to do another one. We can see my hand from your place. You can see my hand from your place. That's right. Look, this is how much room I've got between my rings and my fingers now. This one doesn't really count because this finger, the tendonitis is blown up in this finger, and this finger's swollen and it's very sore. You can see how big it is. The picture needs to be moved. You blocking it. It's sitting on the milling machine vise, Mama. Well, I guess I could. Y'all hold on. I'm going to move the picture a little bit. There. That's the way you do things when you got a milling machine. I figured you would be sweating a bunch of pounds off in the heat we've been having. It wasn't hot up there to me, Jeffrey. It's hot down here. It was nice up there. Just ate 4 Reese cups and a top of 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream and covered in Reese sauce all over. Well, that's working, Larry. I'm proud of you, Larry. You could have ate 6 of them Reese cups and you didn't. What denomination are y'all? Southern Baptist. We is them Southern Baptists. But we the good Southern Baptists. We ain't, well, I can't say it for everybody. There are some people that we know who is particular and whatnot. I'm not really that. You got yourself a sinus infection? I told her you was all stuffed up, Mama. There we go. Hopper is Black Dutch that handles snakes. Hey, as long as we all believe, that's right. As long as you believe Jesus saves you, that's where I'm at. There ain't no other way. That's the only way there is. I know people say that there are other ways, but they are not. I do heating and air, and we've been covered up. I guess I'll stay up here if this is nice for you. It's so much cooler up there than it is down here, Jeffrey. We're all sinners, no one's perfect. That's why we need God's mercy. Amen. And I mean, I know there are a lot of people that don't believe the same thing that I believe. And if you don't and you ever want to talk about it, I will talk about it with you, and I'll show you what my book says. And I can't make you believe anything, but I'd love to show it to you. Can't believe you didn't get pepperoni rolls while you were up here. I started to. That one way through JC. That's right. There's Randall. Cooler. It was 96 on Wednesday with 84% humidity. I'm telling you, Larry, it was nice up there. The wind was blowing. I mean, we had like a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind almost all the time. If they don't, we just pray for them. That's right. The key to heaven was hung on a nail. That's right. It sure was. And I appreciate it. That's why I wear this cross around my neck to remind me every day. And y'all know, I tried to make sure it's big enough for you to see it. Just for comparison, this is a pair of hole punchers. It's not little. And I like for people to see it and ask me questions. Oh, I know what it is. You're getting all slim so the wind hits you different now. That's right. Thank you, G-Man. Is your neighbor boy Paxton? I can't remember if you were there when he run my 700. Yeah, Paxton, I don't remember whether I was there when he ran it or not. I know he runs several saws. I got to see him run a few. He's still up north with his mama right now, up in New York or whatever. He's supposed to be back. There's Bucking. What's up, brother? Love you, buddy. It was awesome to hang out with y'all. We had a good time. 302 number here. That's right. So how was Buckin's talk? It was amazing, Larry. We had a good time. Wished you could come with us. We had one extra ticket that we bought for somebody that didn't wind up coming with us. But we did wind up using that extra ticket because Zach Shepard called me Friday night and he said he wanted to come and try to get in. And I told him, I said, no need to worry. I got an extra ticket that we bought. And, you know, everything's good. And what is the check mark by Bucking? I don't know exactly what that is. I don't know exactly what it is, Larry. Larry was asking why there's a check mark on yours, Bucking, but I don't really know. We had an amazing time, y'all. And I can't lie. Christine, I think Christine's the one that handles everything, isn't it, Bucket? She pretty much does the logistics for most of that stuff, and then the other people just kind of help her with what's going on. I think it's 100,000 subs and more. That might be what it is. So y'all, I need one of them check marks, y'all. I've only got about 14,000 subs, and I know before you even say it, well, Hopper, you don't make no videos anymore. Look, y'all, I've been in a mental state where I just wasn't ready to make videos. But I'm getting that worked out. Hopefully we're going to get back to making some videos here soon. I got to get some work to do so I can get back to doing stuff. Means his account has been verified by YouTube. Yo, I suffer from the same problems everybody else suffers from. Just, I'm pretty good at hiding them for the most part. But sometimes it does get on you. We all love you either way. That's right. I joined last Sunday. So I'm trying to get myself redirected. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because y'all, I have not been in the shape. I've just barely felt good enough to get work done. And for those of y'all that don't know, filming is not always the easiest thing. If I gift you some saws, you can make content from them and sell them. We could do that, Chris. I don't suffer from starvation. I don't neither, Larry. I believed in you from day one. That's right. I'm going to tell y'all something a lot of people don't know. This whole YouTube channel started because I wanted to comment on one of Buckin's videos, and the fact that I needed to fix an oiler on a 700 Pro Mac that I was working on. And if you want to, I'll tell you the story one day. Did you take any of your saws? We just took the 101, Jeffrey. Stand in your light. That's right. Motivation is not always an easy thing to find. Y'all know I had health problems. What's up, JK? I need glasses. This is getting hard to read every day. That's right. Y'all, I had a lot of health problems over the last 4 or 5 years. Lots of them. Oh, so it's Buckin's fault. Now we know who's Buckin. That's right. And over the last couple of years, I just went downhill so bad that it was just, I was just a wreck. And I hurt so much all the time that I didn't even want to get out of bed most days. It was just, you wake up in the morning, you feel so bad, you don't want to get up. Somebody has to be at fault. And then when Mama went back from her MLFA or whatever they call that, MAFL, whatever, I had to start taking Boo back to school. You're doing something about it, though. That's right. I had to start taking Boo to school. Yeah, that's right, Pokey Bear. You understand. And I had to start getting up every morning at 6:30 in the morning to take Boo to school, and I hated that. I hate getting up that early. What should we do about it? You should thank him, Larry, or else you wouldn't know the beautiful me. You wouldn't get to share in this crazy life that I live. And started getting up earlier in the morning, and that led to me feeling a little bit better, but I still went to bed late at night. And then here over the last year or so, I've started going to bed a little earlier and getting better sleep, and I learned to sleep on my back again. We love y'all too, Pokey Bear. I learned to sleep on my back again, and then I started doing like some leg lifts and stuff and working on my core muscles down here, and it just went from there. And then I started looking into fasting. I'd lost about 20 some pounds, and I started doing some research on fasting because somebody said something about it. I seen something about it, and I just started doing it. And then I was like, the fasting resets your insulin and your glucose in your blood. And if you keep taking it in, it doesn't help. So I started switching over to more of the carnivore diet, and I've been doing that, and I've been telling you, Speedo Yoga will blow this channel up. Big G, that's right. So I started doing all kinds of stuff, and I started buying silly things like this. This is actually a two-part thing. It's got a spring right here, and you use it. It's a resistance trainer. But I wasn't strong enough to do two at one time, so I made these bars myself. And, well, now I can do it pretty easy now. I'm getting a lot stronger. I'm getting some of my strength back. And losing the weight has made a world of difference. And eventually I'm going to have to buy some more clothes. I don't know how that's going to go, but right now I'm just hemming these up to get enough room. He wants Chick-fil-A. I'm getting Chipotle. Just eat the meat, Larry. But I mean, I guess I could sit down and make a video on the last couple of years if y'all wanted to see something like that. I ain't gonna swear it wouldn't be boring. I guess I could piddle with a chainsaw while I was doing it. But I need to get back to making content for sure. Surround yourself with people who lift you. That's right. I try to lift everybody up I get around. I run into a lot of negative people here and there. You're doing an awesome job, Hopper. I'm trying. I'm trying to lead everybody the best I possibly can. I ain't the best leader in the world. Hopper, you want more subscription, you need to get a Thigh Master. I got one kind of like that. There's a lot of negative people that I work on. The trials and tribulations presented by Hopper. That's right. I could go through that. There's been a good many. We've turned a lot of people in a different direction just by being a good example. It'll be the bestseller at Goodwill. That's awesome, Larry. Oh, mercy. But it's been a heck of a journey. I might have to sit down and narrate it for y'all, just so we can log it in there. Oh, I was gonna tell y'all, I don't know who knows, but Smitty's event is gonna be July the 11th and the 12th, I believe. Everyone needs to talk about the story once in a while. I'm stuck. I'm such an. You're Larry. That's why we love you. Oh, mercy. I forgot where I was going with all of that. Oh, it's in Henrietta, Pennsylvania, Larry. It's going to be July the 11th and the 12th, I believe. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're still on here, Mama, but I got a feeling you're going to tell me a story here before long. Something tells me you've seen something. I know you got some pretty ladies in your life. That's right. There's Smitty's, Homelite Smitty at gmail.com. Hopper just sent something on the PayPal for gas to Smitty's. All right, Joey. It's okay to do good, Bellhopper. That's right. I try to do as best I can. Y'all, I'm trying to see, Joey said he sent something on the PayPal. I was going to see if I could see what it was, and I'd tell y'all about it. Because I got my Gmail on my watch now. If I could find it. I'm trying to figure this out. For some reason, I don't know what I'm doing. Boy, it's thundering out there. I think it might be trying to rain. No, I don't want to switch to a new account. I want to look at this one. I don't know whether to show it to me or not, Joey, but I'm looking. Let me check. Uh-oh, the lights just flickered. I'm planning on going to Smitty's. Thank you, Family Master. I have no idea what in the world. Oh, mercy. Y'all, I finally found it. Joey sent me $200 on the PayPal to help with my trip to Smitty's. Yeah, what you see is what you get, Family Master. If you can ask anybody that's met me, I'm exactly the same in person as I am on here. Stay tuned, people. Slight pause while Hopper is learning PayPal. I'm trying to figure out how to use my Gmail on my watch. Joey said I have to. That's right. Thank goodness it's an iWatch. This is a Samsung watch thingy. Is there an admission to Smitty's? Is there anything we need to bring? I've not been to an event yet. Is there anything Jeffrey needs to bring? If he does, he'll be ahead of me. Thank you, Joey. That's right. Come on, Josh. We're going to have fun. Not an iWatch, I mean. Brian, are you rested up after your trip? Yes, sir. JK is my manager. He should be required to come. That's right. JK, if you don't show up, I guess we could always swing around by JK's house and we could get him. Smitty won't let me come to summer camp. What's up, Muffler Tater? You can tell you are salt of the earth. It just shows, brother. I appreciate it, Fine Master. I really do. There's some other things that y'all don't know. I have been I guess what they call an introvert most of my life, where I don't really go out a lot and meet people. It's not something I really enjoyed doing. Well, I enjoy what I'm doing now, that's for sure. Nothing, just watching you. Just show up, bring something if you want. Show up is the most important. That's right. I speak the truth. Amen. I don't really, I try to keep peace among people if anything's going south. But you know, that's one of them things. I guess I got to manage something. Bucking. Y'all, Bucking just throwed a big super chat up there. Thank you, brother. That's gonna help me get to Smitty's event. I'm gonna tell you that. I still got to pay my phone bill too, but I may have enough to do that. I paid the car insurance. I paid the power bill. I gotta pay the phone bill. Thank you, brother. We do appreciate it. You're really shy, but now when you start talking, you won't quit. That's right. Fist bump. Thanks, Bucket. I only got one arm, so I can't do jack. Have to go for MRI. My shoulder is toast, so it sucks. It hurts. It is what it is. Well, Muffler, if you can get it where you can halfway use it, we'll crank the saws for you. Thank you, Joey, and thank you, Bucket. That's right. We have found our ministry, brother. That's right. I preach to you. I believe. Amen. Bucky needs to fly in and hang out at summer camp with us. That would be a heck of a time. We run a lot of saws. How much firewood did we cut last year, Muffler? Buck, and you ought to seen the mess of firewood we cut up there at Smitty's last year. We wore out, I think it was 3 tandem truckloads. I wish I could have made it to Buckin's top. I wish you could have made it too, Smitty. We'd have had us a heck of a time. Yeah. I want to thank y'all for the super chats. it don't take quite near as much for me to go to an event like Smitty's because I'll drive up there. I may just sleep in the car if I need to, or sleep in the house, or something like that. Sawfet's a good time as well. It is all these chainsaw events I've been to, I have never had a bad time. I've never been made to feel uncomfortable. The people who come are just amazing. They have boiled peanuts down the road, that's right. And a Super 8 motel. And that's, oh, I think the Wendy's getting up. I hear stuff hitting the building. Gotta go make dinner for the missus. God bless everyone. Thank you, buddy. Chainsaws are pure addiction. Amen. You can pick a bed or couch or recliner if you want, just show up. As far as I know, Smitty, I'm gonna make it. Smitty is in Amish country farmland. That's right. It's a beautiful place out there with no cell phone service. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing because sometimes I like to be away from this rascal. But at night, I do want to watch videos sometimes at night because that's what helps me get ready to go to sleep. But y'all, if you don't get to make it to one event, try to come to another one. Try to at least make it to one, because when you come to one of these events that we have, you probably gonna keep coming. Because now I'm trying to go to Sawfest, Bunyan, Bucket Stop, Smitty's event. I'm trying to have an event. I want to go to Tasman's event, but I haven't had the fundage to make a trip that far. Started thundering here in Bedford, Indiana also. Yeah. It's thundering pretty good here. No cell service but Wi-Fi, thanks to Joey. That's right. So if you go to Smitty's and you get on the Wi-Fi, you can thank Joey because he wired that stuff up. And for those of y'all who don't know, Joey makes a lot of stuff happen. He doesn't ask for anything in return, but he makes a lot of stuff happen. And I can tell you 100% that we have some people who have paid for things. Joey is the man and did it in crooks. LOL, that's right. There's been things that's happened that was Joey's responsibility and we don't always talk about it, but Joey takes care of a lot of stuff. And he doesn't complain about anything. Joey is absolutely the man. Yes, he is. And he don't want us to talk about it. But, well, we're going to talk about it for a little bit anyway. Smitty, I'm going to go bring another roll of Cat 6 this time. You going to put up some more stuff? Yeah. Y'all thank Joey. Give Joey a round of applause. And I'm not being facetious either. Joey does a lot. Joey buys a lot of stuff off of me whenever I need help. And Jonathan's good people too. He's coming down Monday. Johnny! There's Johnny Arnett. Hello, brother. Hope you're staying cool. Good to see you. Hope your trip was a success. We had a good time, Johnny. How'd y'all's go? Have you made it back yet? Hey, Billy, if you're still here, I had a dream that you showed up to help my friend and I collect firewood. It was wild. That's right. Man knows his stuff, I promise you that. Who is this Joey you speak of? It's Joey G. Right there. You know it. I'm new here. I'm just glad I'm able to do it, and I have fun doing it. That's right, Joey. It's been something, that's for sure. I give the negative people to God's hands, that's right. He is like Bigfoot. He's legendary, never seen him, but everyone talks about him. That's right. Let's see, what I do with G-Man saw? G-Man, you want to hear what your little saw sounds like? We are hour in. We might fire that thing up. Y'all want to hear G-Man saw rip a little bit? Everybody wants to hear G-Man saw, say heck yeah. I'm trying to involve all y'all. I don't have any saws. Heck yeah. 31 watching, amen, that's right. Fire it up. Let her rip, tater chip. Let's see if she'll cooperate today. Sometimes right after you port these things, they're a little bit cumbersome to get cranked the first time. This one was no exception to that, but usually they start better after you get them running the first time. Let's see if the little whippersnapper will whipper and snapper. There she is. Oh. It's a ripper little whippersnapper there, G-Man. Yeah, it's 3/8 LP. Little snapper, that's right. That's a nice one. You're welcome, G-Man. I wanted to get it done as fast as I possibly could. Tasman, what's up, brother? Buddy, one of these years I'm going to make it to your event. I wanted to this year, but the two clashed on each other, and I really didn't have the... I'm hoping maybe next year I might be able to make it. Foo Slit, what's up, buddy? Ain't no problem, y'all. It was my pleasure. Y'all, I enjoy doing work for other people. I always have. Wish I had smell-o-vision, that's right. That's why, for those of y'all that don't know, I've been a mechanic almost all of my life. Almost all of it. I was doing work on lawnmowers when I was 8 years old, 9 years old. We raced go-karts when I was kids, and I built motors for it. Should get me one of them 25s. Yeah, they nice. I always wanted one. I've had several of them, but I've sold every one of them because they sell so easy. And they do sound great. Now, I got something else coming up y'all might want to stick around for here. I might make y'all try to talk me into cranking it, but I've got some black and yaller sitting over here. We might just have to fire it up. Hey, buddy, it's all good. Absolutely understand. Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah. I appreciate Taz, man. I am going to get up there because I want to get out there. Sounds angry, little soft. Yeah, do it. That's right. We will. We'll let the smell cool off a little bit in here before we fire nothing up. I have two, the rear handle and the climbing one. I want one of them rear handle ones, muffler, but I just think I ain't. I got the 361 CS 361. Taz don't run his 2511 anymore. Is the Alki-Saw still alive? Yeah. It's hanging up back yonder. I hadn't cranked it in a while, but I hear Doug Washington was quieter without me. Probably was, JK. One of the things that I have been thinking about doing, and y'all don't get mad at me. I'm gonna tell y'all this, because we got 35 people here, and the majority of y'all are the ones that come here all the time. I have been looking at getting a full-time job again. I know, I don't want to. But the thing is I'm getting to where I'm not making it very well because things just went, what's up, High Water? And a buddy of mine works for a company that travels a lot. Now this is the reason why I'm telling you this. I can't even crank mine now. Ain't gonna be able to run it at Smitty's. Oh well. You bring it, we'll run it for you, muffler. B, what's up? Not that table dancing thing you were. No, not the table dancing thing, Larry. But I'm getting closer to that. Magic Hopper. You already told me this job story. Yeah, I know, Larry, but I didn't tell the other 35 people that's on here. Started out at the red light. That's right. Oh yeah. The job, we can have baked beans again. Yeah, that'd be good. The job that I was looking at requires me to have a passport, and it also requires me to go to Austria, maybe Amsterdam, maybe Japan, maybe, several other countries, Germany and stuff like that overseas. And if I was to get the job and do that, then I could actually go overseas and visit some of our subscribers overseas, and I wouldn't have to pay for a plane ticket or anything to do it. The company would pay for me to go over there. Need some prayer for my friend's dad, heart attack at 85, not looking good. Y'all, JK needs a prayer request for his friend's dad that had a heart attack at 85, not looking good. So y'all put him on your prayer list to pray for him right now if you got time. Taz, you better be wearing your XP hat to be on this chat. That's the plan, muffler. Thumb cap, it's awesome, that's right. I told you Alyssa and I are against it, so change the subject. Wow, that's right. Having a little heart trouble again, but managed to haul a face cord of wood to the customer today. We still praying for you too, High Water. Nice, you'd become the traveling man. Sounds like some amazing sights to be seen. That's right. Moving on in life, it ain't happening. I don't plan on moving on, Larry. It would just give me some nice stable income, and I just have to film on weekends and stuff when I was off. Of course, I could also film while I was out visiting people if I was in another country as well. Passports are not hard to get. Let me have one. That's right. Where is JK for your friend's dad? Prayers, that's right. Kids grow up fast, brother. I know, Jeffrey. That's one of the reasons why prayers from all of us. That's right. Sorry to ask, Hopper. I missed. What is the job? Well, it's kind of a maintenance thing, working on crushers and balers and some stuff like that. It's kind of in the industrial industry that I've done. It's not the things that it is not something I've done before, but some of the things that you work with, I've worked with most of the systems, but not the actual component, if you understand what I mean. Have to keep going, pay the bills. Thanks. That's right. Jeremy's Journey, second channel. Ooh, that would be cool. You're wanted in 6 different countries and 11 states. How are you going to hide from all that? I got a beard, Larry. I pray that it all works out for you, Mr. Hopper. G-Man, we are here in Kentucky. That's right. Now, I still plan on taking care of my YouTube channel. Like I say, I got to get back to filming on this channel. And I may do some other stuff. Just, because we have a niche channel. With the content that I provide on here, this is a niche channel. That sounds awesome. Yeah. And if y'all aren't 100% what that means, we only pull a certain group of people because a niche means a small area that's specialized. So a lot of people who do climbing and stuff like that, they might not watch our channel. People who work on saws would. I would have to load up all the critter and take them with me. Don't got anyone to feed them. Have to take all the critters with you. Prayers for your friend. Give me your phone and Smitty's. I'll video you and edit. We can make like 40 videos from 2 days just saying. And that's something I've been looking into, is doing stuff like that. Levi, where have you been, brother? It is good to see you. How you been doing? Ain't seen you in a couple of weeks. It's good to see you, Levi. The only reason that I want to tell everybody, because I like for everybody to know the stuff that I'm thinking about doing, because I take y'all into consideration with the life choices that I make. Because y'all are part of my life either way you look at it. And I don't want to leave y'all out of anything. I got to make sure I take care of things like I'm supposed to. But if I was to do this, the compensation for it is very, very, very extensive. Thank you, G-Man. Been kind of busy today, not too busy, but I'm working on my saws. That's right. But the compensation for this is it's very, very extensive. I turned down modeling for Krispy Kreme donut calendar, so you can say no to the sweet jump. So you guys still getting horses or gonna take them overseas? Well, if I did it for a job, yes, rip on it. That's right. Ditto, we support you. If I do it for a job, I could actually go, Mama will stay here. And me and Mama was talking about, I would make enough that she wouldn't have to work anymore. She could just stay home. Ooh, it's fixing to get right up in here. I'm going to call you when it's over here. Love you, bro. Rest y'all. Be safe. Muffler out. See you, Muffler. If I'd done something like that, I would probably be able to pay off everything in a year. Everything that I owe money on, I could probably pay most of it off in a year. It would give me insurance. It would give me the whole family insurance because they pay for all the family insurance. Hey, Mama Taz, good to see you, sweetheart. They pay for the whole family's insurance. And yeah, I know, Larry. I could even pay you to come down, Larry. I'd have enough money for you to do that. That thunder was loud. Yes, it was. It was very loud. But I thought about maybe even doing it for, 2 or 3 years. I'll go with you. I don't know. Larry's taking the horses anyhow. That's right. It's a tough choice. Wait a minute. Where'd that go? Yeah, don't worry. I'll take care of it. The thunder was loud. Hopper. Hold on, Larry is taking the horse. It's a tough choice between job and family for sure. Everyone saying no, hopefully is paying you the difference in salary. Otherwise, you got to look out for yourself. Sounds like you're thinking it through. I am. It's a lot. I mean, I just pay for whatever you do. Ponies for boo. That's right. Look, I'm late again. There's Brian. Was out driving a new bike. Look, Brian, I got it up here in the thing. But honestly, if you took the most that I've ever made and put times 2, no, it would be times 3. The most that I've ever made and times it by 3, I think that would equal about what they're talking about. Hold on, I'll tell you for sure. Yeah. The most that I've ever made on paper times 3 is about equal to what they want to pay for 1 year. And y'all, I made pretty good money. Y'all, this sign right here, I've been waiting for Brian to come on because I wanted y'all to see this, and I wanted to tell you. Brian's wife made this for me, and she brought it to Buckenstock and give it to me. Now I know that it looks like a sign. Yeah, it is a tough one. I know this looks like a regular sign, but I'm going to bring it closer to see if y'all can tell what it is. Can y'all see that? This is a diamond print. All these little squares are diamond laid in here on with a little tool and stuff. This is how big it is. This is my hand. This thing is enormous. It's little diamonds stuck on a glue pad. See how the little pixels are? And Brian was giving her a hard time because she took a picture, and if you look at it, y'all see how these lines are? In the picture, it was kind of faded in and out, and they actually printed it that exact way. And y'all, let me tell you something. If you ever make me something or give me something, you have no idea how much it means to me. Because I appreciate, I have stuff hid. I told Mama, I said, if something ever happens to me and y'all have to clean this shop out, I said, you are going to have a hard time because you're not going to believe the amount of stuff that I've saved that you've given me, that the girls have given me, that other people's given me. I have stuff hid everywhere. That's right. Sarah done a real good job on that. Yep, that's a big hand anyway. That's right. The wife says, thank you, G-Man. Yeah, we had an amazing time. Mama and Sarah got to hang out. Boo and Vanessa got to hang out. And me and Brian got to hang out. The promise and the threat my dad used, someday all this will be yours. I don't know if y'all could see it. But see, I have stuff like this. From Leanna to Dad, I love you. And I have got one after the other, after the other. I have got pictures. I have got school projects. This is the stuff that Boo used to bring in from school, and she would come home and she would bring it to me. And I got this little thing, and I put it in here, and I put it right up here on top of the milling machine. Because I love my kids. I don't always want to be around them. I just put that out there. But I do love them. Sometimes they get on my nerves for a while. Jody! What's up, Jody? Good evening, Hopper. Did you tell them of us getting the race saw running at the event and what all it took? I went through it vaguely. I told him there was an idiot that built the carburetor and he left a piece out of it. After taking it apart 3 times, he finally figured it out with Alan's help. Because sometimes I'm an idiot. I admit that. I'm down to 316, B. I was 316.4 this morning. That's 26.5 pounds in the last 47 days. Wood Love, what's up, buddy? Hopper, it appears you are fading away to nothing. Yes, Jody, that is the exact attempt that we are trying to make. I figured if I get down to 250 pounds, I can travel cheaper because it don't cost as much. Now, one of the things that I have been doing is fasting, and y'all know that. Larry don't like me talking about it because Larry's a gooder nugget. Is that the saw you showed me in the trunk of the car? Yes, Larry, that's the one. We got her going. While we were on vacation, I managed to pull a 61.5-hour fast. For those of y'all who have a calculator, you can figure that up. 2 days is 48 hours. And I think 3 is 72, so it's like 2.5 days. And I actually felt amazing. Yes, Jody, we are not happy about him losing weight. Did you explain to Larry the core muscles are not in your jaw? Larry, the core muscles are not in your jaw. We'll never do that, Larry. Fasting is good for the whole host of elements. That's right. I'm trying to catch my youngness back. How much did you lose in 72 hours? I wasn't listening. I think it was about 4.2 pounds. It was 61.5 hours. Don't tell about the effects of your fast, Mr. Do tell. Fasting is a great thing, my friend. That's right. I found a guy on YouTube that explains a lot. Because I don't know everything about it. I'm doing pretty well. I'm fasting now, as a matter of fact. I've got 14 hours before. I'm having some extra stuff and things. What's next, Hopper? Dyeing your hair the rainbow colors? No, but I could bleach it, Larry. Way to go, man. Keep it up. That's amazing. Larry, if you want me to live longer, I have to do this. That way I can make videos again. My health was keeping me from doing what I want to do and what y'all want to see me do. Hey, if I can get down to 250 pounds before this year, I'll climb a tree and top it on video. Anybody want to bet on that? I'll put on spurs and I'll climb a tree. I'll have to learn how to use a belt because I don't know how to use a belt. I've never used one. I always just used a rope. I ain't say it wasn't dangerous. I just said that's the way I did it. Plus, it's not what you eat, it's just the portions. Well, for me, it is what I eat, JK, because I have arthritis and stuff. And I can tell you for a fact, I ate 30 potato chips on the way to Buckenstock, and I felt my gut swell within an hour of eating those 30 potato chips. And it took almost 4 hours before the swelling went down in my body. Just from 30 potato chips. Uh-oh, Joey said, challenge accepted. Highwater said, I believe you can. Y'all, I actually sold my spurs a few months ago. I've kept them things for years because I used to climb with gaffs. What do you call them? Gaff spurs, whatever you call them. I call them spurs or whatever. Are those hot as heck death chips? No, they were just plain old, some plain old Utz barbecue potato chips. I got faith in you. Sounds like we don't lose that bet because you will do it. Nobody said the tree had to be more than 5 feet tall, right? That's true, I didn't say that. The crazy part about it, a long fast is how much better and how much more energy you have. It seems backwards, but it works. That's right, it does. Now, when you come off of the long fast, that's when things get kind of interesting. I had a diabetes scare last year and lost 50 pounds in 3 months. Oh, dang it. I changed my eating choices and walk every night. 30 minutes, it's a huge accomplishment and a lot of work, but well worth it. I'm telling you what, Jody, some of the things that I'm doing now are supposed to be able to stop or reverse type 2 diabetes. And I don't know if I have diabetes or not, but I wanted to try to make sure that I didn't, and I'm working on that now. I have the swelling thing too. If I eat a beef stick from the gas station, I feel bloated all day from one beef stick. I don't know if it's the salt or what. It sucks. It may be some of the ingredients in it, B. We all could lose. I hate autocorrect. I got a nice set of spurs with new leathers I would sell for 100. Might have to look at that high water. All right, this channel has went woke. Been nice knowing you. And that's exactly what it did. That's right. Larry, you love us and you know it. We ain't going too crazy. We're just trying to live long. Bell System spurs. Well, that's one thing I don't know. I know for a fact that I probably can't go back to climbing. You got to watch the diabetes. I just lost my mom at 59 years old. I found her on the basement floor. I hate to hear that, Dave. I hate to hear that. Howdy, Fred. I know that's rough. And y'all, I got a youngin' that just turned a year old, and I'll be 48 this year. So I got to do something, because I'd like to see her at least make it to 10. Diabetes ain't no joke, Bellhopper. You need to find out and treat it appropriately. Well, I don't know that I have it. I don't really have any signs of it. I've always kind of been the other way around. My sugar would get low, and I'd have to eat something sweet to bring it back up. And every time I've ever checked it, it's been close to the normal range. Hopper, our family claw puller. I was trying to pull it out, flywheel, and it snapped. I had to find me a different way to pull it out, the flywheel off the chains. I usually put a scrunch behind them somewhere, Levi, and twist them and bump the crankshaft with a copper hammer. That's how I get them off most of the time. Been trying to get some stuff to you, keep getting dead ends. What you got, Fred? Can you not get a hold of me? Or are you just having other trouble? Because we can do it right here on the live. Well, folks, I better go. Be safe. Be kind. All right, B, have a good one, buddy. We appreciate you. You better find out if you have, Hopper. Please, because I have it, and I have to take a shot every week because I have diabetes type 1. Yeah, I need to see what the difference is. I was diagnosed at 36. My wife told me I was going to the doctor. Sugar was 434. After an overnight fast, it came out of nowhere. And fasting can make your blood sugar go up, Jeffrey. I'm going to buy me a meter to check my blood, so I will let y'all know what it is. Mama had one when she was pregnant, and I done it, and my numbers were good. I checked it like 4 or 5 times after I eat, when I hadn't eaten, everything, and my numbers were always good. So I'm not showing signs of being diabetic. I've always had low blood sugar instead of higher blood sugar. Do you know much about edgers? I've worked on a good many of them, Okie. What kind of edger do you have? Is it a roll along or a weed eater type? Rusty. Howdy, Mr. Hopper. God's grace will lift you up, buddy. Prayers, brother. Thank you, brother. I'm going to try and get this hole dug. All right, JK. I need a keyway puller and don't have one, and they are very expensive to get. You need a keyway puller or a flywheel puller? Love y'all too, JK. You need to find out what your A1C is, Hopper. What is that? Cholesterol? I don't know. What kind of hoe? Long story short, I'm type 1 and on insulin now. Took 5 years to finally get things straight. I'm going to get me one of them prick your finger meters. Because like I say, I've had my blood sugar tested. I've had it tested over 20 years, and it's never been more than 200. Sugar over time. 6-month blood sugar levels. 3-month average of your blood sugar. Okay. Yeah, I've had my blood sugar checked from about the time I've had it checked over the course of 20 some years. Uh, and like I say, it's never been over 200. So I'm pretty sure that's good. Do you prefer a straight or curved shaft edge or echo or steel? It, the one that I prefer, Okie, is the one that has the wheel on it and it's a curved shaft that you roll along. But that's because my back has been messed up for years and it's hard for me to walk along and keep it at a straight position. A1C is your blood sugar average over 3 months. I've managed to get mine down from 11 to 6. Now 5 is a normal person. Okay. We'll have to figure. And if I do that other thing I was talking about, I'd have insurance and I'd be able to go to the doctor. Because I haven't been to the doctor in 9 or 10 years. And see, Joey prefers straight shaft, and I know a lot of people that use straight shaft edgers, and they like them. What saw have you got, Levi? Some of them flywheels have a key cast in them, and you can't get it out. But I am, as soon as we get off of here, I'm going to order me one of them blood sugar meters. Like straight shaft, have a wheel on them as well. I just like the wheel, Okie, because, like I say, if I walk along, y'all know my upper back is messed up and my lower back. Now, it's not nowhere near as bad as it was, but I can do a lot more weed eating now than I could before. But I like to have it where I can roll it along because they're heck when you start hitting the concrete with them. I have the straight shaft for heavy duty stuff, curved for around the house. Fasting is good to remove toxins throughout the body and faster weight loss. You have a lower intake of food than normal routine, but you need good, healthy, clean food in your diet to replace it. That's right. And that's why I've been getting nice red steaks, nice hamburger meat from the IGA. They grind their own from local supplies. They don't add preservatives and stuff to it. I get some banging pork chops. That's what I had for supper today. With some amazing pork chops. I had 4 of them. They're small. They're like this, about 3/8 of an inch thick. The L65. I don't remember how them are, Levi. And diabetes is totally reversible. You just need to stay away from white starchy food like white potatoes, white bread, white pasta, so any white in color. That's right. And that's what I'm doing now. Got a saw and some ammo to send you. Do you have my number, Fred? I posted my number. My number was posted up in there earlier. I told everybody, I said, if you want my number, I give out my phone number. Just text me your name so I can put it in my phone. So if you want to text me or call me, because if you just call me and I don't know who you are, I won't answer it. Because my phone number, it got through that data breach thing, and I have callers all the time that are from scams and stuff like that. You still have an IGA? Almost all those are gone around here. Yeah, we got a banging IGA up here, Jeffrey. It's a IGA grocery store, Do It Best hardware, and a Marathon gas station, all in one. Have you seen those attachments you can put on the trimmer or edger that keeps you from bending over? Yeah, I have seen some of them, Okie. I've never had one, but I've seen some. Got my new steel 44 rebuilt. Had to work on the cylinder, new piston rings. Runs good, hard to start, check compression 95. Not sure if there's anything else I can do to it to get the compression up. Check the squish on it, Mark. Take the spark plug out, take you a piece of solder, bend it at an angle like that. See how that's smashed? You stick it in there and crank the cylinder over, let it smash it, then you measure it, and see what your squish is. But 95 PSI, if you just put a new piston ring in it, that's not very good. It should be 155 or so. That's awesome. We have some to do it best. Yeah. That's a heck of a place. There's a lot of stuff up there. From what I found out, the curved shaft are meant for shorter folks and the straight shaft are meant for taller folks. That's right. I've heard they're huge back savers. I've never tried them either. I probably would. Now, I had one, I think I got rid of it, but I had one that had a 3.5 horsepower motor on it, and it was like a push mower, and you just crank it and push it around. It had 3 wheels on it, and I really liked that rascal. It was so much easier. I could use that sun gun all up and down the drive, and it never did hurt my back. If you can find one of them, they are banging. I'm 6'1", and it's nice. Weed killer. I got some stuff back there. You spray it along the edge of the driveway. You'll not have no grass on the driveway ever again. They do work called the gorilla hands, I think. It's amazing. So we're going. Oh, I remember we got off topic. We were talking about climbing a tree. I said I won't never be able to go back to climbing, you know, on a regular basis because my hips wore out and one of my knees is wore out. But I could probably do it at least once. All this food talk, I gotta go get something to eat now. So you guys have a great evening. Everybody out there have a safe week. Love you guys. Love y'all too, G man. I got your little saw done, so I'll get it boxed up one day and we'll get her sent back to you. I just gotta get your address. I've seen them too. They have 3 wheels. Not sure they'd be efficient in my lawn business. They might not be efficient. They probably wouldn't be if you're. I didn't know if you're running a lawn care service, you probably wouldn't want that. But around here, it was real handy. I'm 6 foot and I like the straight shaft easier on the back. Did you happen to look up any videos of the mcculloch drone engine I was telling you about? I think I seen some of them, Jeffrey. I seen something weird a while back, but Mama was talking to me while I was trying to look at it. I don't remember what it was. About to put burgers and broths on the grill. Sounds great. I'll send it to you. All right, buddy. So it's called the Darwin handle. Have a good Sabbath. That's right, high water. Okay, I'll check. It's red lever, 12mm slant fin. Would like to keep it original. Probably be hard to find. OEM. Any recommendation for an aftermarket cylinder? Dang, Mark, I used to have one of them cylinders and I sold it. It was a nice one too. If you need a cylinder, Mark, I might be able to find you one. But if it's a slant fin, though, it shouldn't have a 12mm pin. I have to go check the meatloaf. All right, Joey. Bye, y'all. I'm going to go cook G-Man's dinner. All right, Pokey Bear. Have a good one, sweetheart. I prefer the information. Appreciate the advice. More than likely, I would probably use a straight shaft one because it just seemed like it would be easier to drive like a straight tiller shaft on a mower, especially if you got the one with the little housing and the little wheel. You could probably just roll it just right out everywhere you want. Can I get your permission to get your number, Hopper? I thought you had my number, Levi. Love y'all. Have a great week. Love y'all too, Pokey Bear. Y'all have a great week. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, Okie, my weed eater's an Echo. Most of the saws I'm running right now are Steels. My weed eater and my blower are Echo. And I love my weed eater. And I've had some events with some of the orange and white ones, and I just hadn't. I ain't saying they ain't good. I'm just saying it's not one of my personal preferences. if you know what I mean. And the reason I say it that way is because I'm not into bashing stuff. But there are some people who get it, they use it, they love it. It's not something that I love. For one, you don't have to adjust the valves on an Echo. Hey Brian, I got that 700 ported. I got her running, got her ported. I think you'd be the best with that. It was amazing, buddy. We had a good time. Matter of fact, I told y'all I was going to do something else. Y'all look at this. The Steels, a lot of them are 4-mix, and they're actually 4-stroke engines, Okie, and you have to adjust the valves on them. They have camshafts and rocker arms and push rods, and they only turn about 9,800 RPMs, and if you throw a push rod, they won't run. Most of the Steels are 4-mixes. It's in the comment section up there a little bit, Levi. Y'all want to hear this one? What do you think? You reckon she'll start? That's a Pro Max 700. It's 70 cc's. The 1010's 54. And I'm telling you what, I found something out when I done that one. I done it different than the last few. Jeffrey, usually that port, this one right here is going to be this one's probably going to be around $400. And I know that sounds like a good bit. But the fuel line was messed up, and I custom made a bushing and fixed the fuel line. The pull starter was messed up. I had to tear the pull starter apart and go through it and put it all back together. I pulled it apart, done port work on it, cleaned everything up, done the muffler mod, cleaned out all the stuff. I don't think I had to put a seal on this one. Sometimes I put seals and all in them and an air filter. It just depends on what's wrong with it. If it's a running saw, they're usually about 340. That's it. That's for everything. What CC should I look for in a new edger? Probably the biggest one you can find, Okie, would probably be the best, just because it's an edger. You want to make my 1010 run like that? We got a 1010 to do sometime, but we can make your 1010 run like that, Joey. It won't quite run like that, but it'll do. Old timer, what's up, buddy? Your time is valuable, brother. Well, I try to make it affordable, and you find any. I haven't yet, Fred. I had a ammo store that told me that they had some, but they didn't have any while I was there, and they're supposed to have me some in, but I hadn't been up there yet. Nice 700, I got 2 of them. That's right. I used to have a bunch of them myself, and I sold most of them. What did you find out about the 700? Please share. I ported the piston different. Do you know how to put an Echo speed feed head on an older model steel trimmer? I'd have to have both of them in my hands, Okie, because sometimes I have to make stuff that'll fit. I ain't gonna say you can't, but Steel does make a head that might work on there too. They make one. East Coast Aussie, what's up, buddy? They got different decals than mine. Looks great. Sounds awesome. You got it covered. That's right. Got you covered. What's the easiest way to do a timing advance? Grind a little bit off the keyway on the back side. Like if you're looking at the saw on the flywheel side, you pull the flywheel off. I got that stupid fly. You would cut like the flywheel sticking towards you this way, and it spins like toward the front of the saw. You grind just a little bit off the back of the keyway. I probably grind 12, 15 thousandths off of it, and then you rock the flywheel counterclockwise and then tighten the nut down. My 1010 is very low hours, and I got for 20 bucks. That's right, Joey. We could do that. Mr. Kevin Duff. Hey, everybody. I'm at Stock Car Races in Thornburg, Virginia. I can't hear you. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Hopper, I got your number, so I'm going to send you a text here in a bit. I'm going to take a picture of my flywheel off the chainsaw so you can see it. All right, Levi. If I can make it to Smitty's, I will bring. Would you have room to take it with you? I probably could, Jeffrey. I'm not going to bring a parcel load with me. Also, I did run. It did run when I got it. There you go. Did you get my number, Fred, so you can text me? If you could make my old edger sound like that saw, I wouldn't need to buy another one. If everything's good on it, Okie, now depending on how it's made, I can make them run better regardless of what they are. Now, how much better depends on what they are. Where was the invite? You may want to rewatch the 700 part of the video. What state are you located in? I'm sure shipping would cost a good amount. I'm in North Carolina, Okie. Where are you? Oklahoma? I'm guessing. Isn't that a picture of Oklahoma? That's right, ain't it? Yeah, send me a text, Fred, with your name. That way I know who it is. When is good for you? Just text me your name, Fred, so I can text you back. Oklahoma to here is probably, I don't know. If you take the shaft off the edger and just send the power head, it'd be a lot cheaper to ship. It don't cost as much for me to ship it back because I use Pirate Ship. Now, if you go set up your account with Pirate Ship, you can get your shipping a whole lot cheaper than you can by just taking it up there and shipping it. I promise you that. I need to get Pirate Ship to endorse me because I share their information with everybody. You don't have to spend any money to do Pirate Ship. All you have to do is go in there and create an account, and you can get your shipping at probably 2/3 of the price. Mark, Mark just threw the super chat up there. Y'all thank him. So you want the flywheel to rotate counterclockwise about 6-ish degrees. Yeah, somewhere around that, Jody. Thank you, Mark. Never heard of Pirate Shift. Pirate Ship. It's Pirate Ship. So if you just go on the Google machine, type in Pirate Ship, it'll come up and you can click on the little icon and you go in there and you kind of create a little account and you have to put your credit card number in it. Pirate Ship. There you go. Brian Two Bears put it down there. Pirate Ship. You like this? Brian Gray's wife made that for me. It's made out of them little diamond stickies that you put on the board. Each one of them little pixels is one little square of colored material. Yeah, go on Pirate Ship if you got a credit card. It will let you set up in there. Joey. Joey just sent another super chat up there. Y'all thank him. Y'all, it never ceases to amaze me. Because see, I don't always tell y'all everything that's going on. But sometimes we talk about this and people put it up there and it's usually when it needs to be there. You know, because things has been, kind of slow. How much would you charge to bring my edger back to life? It just depends on what you want to do, Okie, and the parts for it. I usually charge the same for port jobs on everything. Port jobs, muffler mods, for the work, and then for parts, depending on what the parts cost. If it needs, a piston or rings or something like that. And sometimes, depending on how long it takes, I might could do it a little bit cheaper. If it gets to be crazy expensive when I do it, I try not to go crazy expensive because I don't like to have untamable bills for people. Now, there are some people that come and we talk about the price and I tell them exactly what it's going to cost. And if it was ported and everything and needed some parts, it may cost more than a new one. I usually do $340 for a port job and a muffler mod. If it's not that hard to get a part, it just depends. I might could do it a little cheaper. I hate to tell anybody no is the biggest thing. I did a wild thing for, I think it was for Zach, one that belonged to his daddy and he wanted to be able to run it. And it was like almost $490 for everything that he wanted done on a Poland wild thing. And I don't tell you that to brag, but we talked about how much it was going to cost and he okayed the price. Well, it's time to get some work done. Good to see you, Hopper. Take care. Thank you, David. Makes sense. That's right. I try to be fair, Okie. I try to be fair enough that I can come out and that you can have something awesome and not have to spend an incredible amount on it. I mean, some of the things that people do pay, I think, is an incredible amount of money. But I guess some of it just depends on, what you like and what you got and what you want to do. I like to provide really nice stuff to everybody who wants it. It's part of my downfall. No, not really. I'm just picking. I enjoy doing stuff like that. And it does make good content sometimes. Yeah. I usually come out pretty good. I have paid for a few saws. I'm not going to lie. I have had a couple of mics in here that's took me well over 2.5 weeks. I spent a solid week on one. Shops around here charge $150 per hour just for the time. Really? I've had people complain about $60 for putting the carburetor kit in, cleaning the carburetor, changing the fuel line, the fuel filter, and cleaning the air filter and getting it running. We have to go buy one. See, old timer, it's good seeing you, buddy. We love you, brother. We got to hang out with old timer a little bit at Bucket Stop. But I never thought that. Should they really charge that much? That's $300 for 2 hours. Maybe that's why I did have a lot of business till I quit answering the phone, I guess. Well, I got to get back to it. That's all there is to it. They do. Those are not the customers you want. Yeah, I know, Jeffrey. There's some people that they're just average shop at $145 an hour. I only charge about $60 an hour for doing machine work. Guess I'm way too cheap. That's why food costs too much. Sounds like those people who complain about the price need to be taken on learning how to do it. $100 an hour where I'm from, east coast of Canada. Maybe I should call some of the local shops around here and see what they charge per hour. I usually do stuff way too cheap. That clutch that I made, if y'all got to see that clutch on TikTok I made, took me 14.5 hours to make. And I supplied the parts, took the motor off, made the clutch, fit it all, put it back on. I charged him $350 for doing that. Mechanics are making $31 an hour in Ohio. I do that sometimes. I make more than that sometimes, but I don't do it constantly. You don't have crazy overhead. That's what keep me and my brother running crazy. Yeah, that's the things. I don't have a lot of overhead. I really don't. I do have some more bills to pay though. I got more than I used to have, more than I want to have. Oh, the live feed cut out there for a second. So do you think it'd be more than 400? I could probably make everything work for around there, Okie. As long as it don't need nothing real bad. And I might even have some parts here for it, because I have pistons and stuff in stock from like 34 millimeter all the way up to 60 millimeter. I ain't gonna swear I'd have anything, but I may have. Nationwide, there is a mechanic shortage of 45,000. The heck? I wish I could have you look at all my saws and get them back in order. Let's start sending them, Family Master. You're overseas though, aren't you? State mechanic, so we make more. You just want to find a good balance and you'll stay busy. That's right. Charge more, cut your clientele in half, and make the same money. I didn't like having to go up on my port jobs, but I did. Because y'all know I used to do them for $250. Where are you at in Canada, Family Master? I get my passport, I might just come up there and work on them 1 week. Got a place for me to stay? What's the port job? Oh, okay. That's how them saws run so good, Okie. I go in there and put a degree wheel on it, and I turn the thing around and I check to see where the numbers are on the ports, and then I grind them to make them go where I want them to. That's what porting is. I use these grinders right here, and I go inside the cylinder and I grind the holes into different places and reshape some of them, and I cut the bottoms of the cylinders and stuff like that. Ontario. Jetro Jackin. What's up, buddy? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Hey, Okie, go back. If you go on the channel, go back and you can watch a couple of port job videos, and some of the ones, like one of the best ones that we had was back a long time ago where I ported a 55 Husqvarna, and Andrew was filming, and he tried to film down inside the cylinder while I was doing the grinding. We have a lot of videos on port work and muffler mod. Just go back to the front and click play and watch all of them. You will see some wild and crazy stuff. You also, if you go back and watch them, you get to see where we built the alky saw with the pipe on it. Our Bobcat dealer's 200 per hour and John Deere's 185. Maybe that's maybe I'm too cheap. I knew everything had went up, but I didn't think the pay had went up that much. I have had some of the companies that I used to work for call me and want me to come back to work for them. Because aside from, the only reason we had trouble was because of the place that I worked for. It wasn't never, well, I can't say it wasn't because of me. You'll see the nice Mac hats that Hopper needs to sell again. We've been trying to get them, Jeffrey. We've been trying to. Ballpark, how long to port a cylinder? It just depends on what cylinder it is and when it gets here. Like if you was to send something right now, Jody, I could have it done in just a couple of days because I'm low on work right now. Now Monday, Jonathan is bringing an 880 down Monday to turn into a race saw. When I start that build, his saw will take me probably close to a week to build it. Now most port jobs do not take that long, but he is bringing me a kit saw that is blown completely apart. I got to put crank bearings in it, crank seals in it. I got to turn the crank down. I got to weld rings on the crank. I got to fill the crank with epoxy. I'll probably cut the flywheel. I'll probably put a piece of steel in the back of the flywheel and weight the flywheel. I have to cut some off the chassis to fit the flywheel on. I'll have to cut the keyway to advance the timing on it because steel keyways are so small. I'll probably have to lap the flywheel onto the crank. I'll have to do the port work, cut the cylinder. I'm probably gonna film some of that, Mark. I need to get this table moved or cleaned off, what Mark said. To be a week build is a week's income. Yes, race saws, me and Jonathan have a price set on most race saws now. And it's more expensiver than most people want to pay for a ported saw. I ain't gonna say some people ain't paid that, but it's fairly expensive. That's crazy money. We charge $250 an hour at a crane company I work for. That would be nice. And there is sometimes that I make $200 an hour or so. It's just I do a lot of work and figure up how much I make in an hour and go from there. Any upgrades on the carburetor with race saws? It just depends on the saw. Uh, that saw is going to be, got to pay to play, Hopper. That's right. That saw is going to be on alcohol with a pipe. So we may be running HL series on it. We may run the WG. I'm not sure yet. What it does is it will start up, takes a few minutes to run a full throttle or something. It'll start, then it dies, start up, finally run. Slow to take a few to get going strong. But I can always look in it, Okie, and see what all's going on with it and then go from there. I could give you a roundabout. Sometimes I give roundabout prices and it's lower. Sometimes I give roundabout prices and it's higher. That's kind of the whole thing with the roundabout. But I'm sure we could probably make it better unless there's something just wrong with it that we can't find nothing to replace it.
I've got the best picture. See the double rainbow?
Yes, I do. That is awesome.
I seen the one, and then when I took a picture, then I seen the second one. You see the other one.
That's awesome. There are some HVAC companies charging $400 an hour. I'm not saying to charge that kind of money.
The funny thing is, that was the first one I took, and I said, I want the whole thing. So I got the whole thing, but every picture I took had the second rainbow in it, and didn't even realize it.
That is awesome. Mama got a picture of a double rainbow. Y'all want to see it?
You can't.
You just barely can see it right over here on the side. See, there's one, and then there's another one. Boss is home. Now, hey, Mama Hopper.
Hello.
I guess what I was asking is, for a 350 port job, can you do it in 3 hours? Depending on the saw, Jody, some of them I can, yes. Some of them I've done so many of them I could put them together with my eyes closed just by feeling the screws. And I know where to grind on them. I've already got the number set. Look, Larry said I'm being mean. Do you believe that? Have I ever been mean to you? You answer that unhonestly.
No, never.
Or I'll paint your thighs. They know good and well I'm not mean to you. Have I ever been mad at her? Yes. Has she been mad at me? Most definitely.
And yes, I fussed at him about a saw he bought, so that was one of the ones I got really mad about.
And then I sold it for a lot more than what she thought it would ever be worth, and then she had to zip her lip or eat crow.
Yeah.
You should have heard her fuss about that lawnmower I paid $700 for.
It was a great day, and I come around and thought it was a dog.
I told her it was a great day, and she thought I bought a dog.
I was like, why?
Then I turned around and sold that lawnmower for almost $3,000 after putting $100 into it. And we sold it while we were going to bucking stock in 2018. So, haha. All right, y'all. Oh,
Alyssa's being mean, Larry. Oh, I've heard stories.
That's right. All right, y'all. Well, we passed the 2-hour mark. I'm going to let y'all go and let y'all enjoy your day. If the storm's gone, we're supposed to go back out there and work on the pool a little bit more. So you are 100% fair for what you charge
Larry.
for a pool job, in my opinion. I try to be as fair as I possibly can, Jody. Some of them take me, like on G-Man's. See, Larry. Yes, Alyssa. Like G-Man's, I can do them 2511s fairly fast.
I got your message. So who's being mean to who now?
But it wound up taking me about 2 days to do it, just because I wasn't in a super big hurry. Master Jedis are worth the money. That's right. You like my cat picture?
Yeah, look. That's his new sweater. He got shaved.
That's awesome, Larry. If I was you, I would be charging $100 an hour, at least $150 for me to come in and do electrical repairs or installs. Later, Hopper. All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We thank y'all. Y'all have a good day. Stay safe. Be kind. Treat each other the way you want to be treated. God bless. Remember, Jesus loves you. So do I. What's up, Jamie Barkins Potter? Peace out, buddy. Have a good one. He getting cold in the AC, so he got a new sweater. All right, y'all. We love y'all. Have a good one. Bellhopper out. Bye.
I was pretty proud of myself. Oh.